Well, that was weird. Fire bugged out a lot, I guess. So, we should be back now. I can see my cursor, hopefully. Yeah. Let's try that one again, shall we?
The Nightwings versus the true Nightwings. Welcome. Who shall conduct the rites?
So, I am hoping that, Pyre will now function as intended, but I cannot say so definitively. It's a different problem? Hold on. Oh, right. What? No, I was just gonna play against myself. What are you talking about? What are you talking about? What are you talking about, Anor? Pyre is not a two-player game. Don't be silly. Alright, core is available after this one. I think the idea was... Hold on, let me see if I can... There we go. Now the cursor works. So the idea was supposedly just to go... Gotta go fast, you know? And so I think that means that once I'm done moving this cursor around in every which way possible, and just totally messing with Anor's head and giving her no clue as to which character I'm gonna... Look, she's totally confused. She has no idea who I'm going to select. I have no idea who I'm going to select. I'm half tempted to just press the select button and see who I end up with. But, you know, we'll like, do that. And then we'll do, like, you know, maybe eventually hit this, and then do, like, that, and then that, and that, and that, and then, you know, like, eventually we'll go over here, and then which talisman do we want? Like, maybe it's... I don't know, maybe it's... No, that's not really the one that I wanted, actually, especially because it's not usable. So, you know, like, just do a little... Whoop-de-whoop, and loop-de-doop, and nope, I see, the thing is that... Actually, we're doing... No, we're not doing Tiza, we're doing Panther. That's enough of that. That's enough of that. And of course, if I am playing true Nightwings, then I must use the most stylish man on the downside at some point in time. Is this the time? Is this the time? I think it may be. I think it may be. I think that it may be.
Exile.
Alright, and lastly, we'll break out Team High Fashion here.
Tizo. The orb is up. Now begin.
Ooh, see Daisy. One moment, please.
The flame is stricken. Now
I do not have that, or I do have that range, but you intercept me. Hello there. Or should I say, hello there?
the orb engulfed in fire. The pyre on each side burns just as...
One second. I'd like to grab that orb, preferably. Or, you know, accidentally bump all my defenders out of the way for you. Ooh, nice quick throw. Oh, is he the stunny dude? Is he the stunny dude?
Law against throwing in the orb.
A real game. What is this nonsense? What is this game?
Go on just once more.
This isn't Pyre. Surely this is not Pyre.
The flame is stricken.
What's up, Embarrack? How are you? We may have been... Ooh, that was close. May have been messing around a little bit. Oh, what? You had the orb? I totally thought I had the orb. GG.
Such a well-conducted victory it was. Thus end this night's proceedings.
Alright, well played.
Until the next rite.
Yeah, for some reason I thought I'd swapped out and still had the orb. I did swap out, but I did not have the orb. Whoops. No, I think it's gonna be... I think I'm swapping out to make room for Core here. And, well, guys, I get that we're excited about turning Customize off. But... Alright, I believe Core had said he was looking to hop in here just in time, might I add. Core is ready. And Nora says she could potentially switch out as well. Is there anyone else in chat who'd like to jump in too? Let me at least extend the invitation to Core and possibly to one other person as well. I mean, what? Were we really playing for an hour? Debatable. Debatable. Cow can hop in against Core? Sure, why don't we do that, Ben? Cacao is, Cacao is new to the RITE Club. Cacao has just joined the downside. Debate, exactly. Was that really Pyre? Cases could be made on either side. Thanks for the games, Nor. Thanks for partaking of that madness with me. Okay, let's give Cacao controls, and I think we'll probably need to switch around the controls as well. Let's see. Well, even Core. Core, I assume you're going controller here, but at the moment I didn't see one. Cacao, feel free to fix things up with the controls you want. Okay. Cacao is all set. And I assume we're looking at, what, Accusers for Cacao and Pyre Hearts for Core, or are we mixing things up today? That's... no. Alright, well thanks for stopping by it, Bear. I haven't heard from Core, oddly enough, but...
Yeah, I'm here.
Okay, there we go. For, Pyre Arts for you?
Yes.
Okay.
What is Cacao?
Accusers.
Okay, yeah, that's fine.
Okay. Go. Okay, so we've had two separate people turn Customize off, so that is... oh, well, technically one of them was a Customize off that was functionally something different. It was actually a choose your least favorite exiles, masteries, and talismans. And Barrack is trying to bait me into banning him, is what's happening right now. And Barrack is like, I need to leave, so I might as well just try to bait Lids into banning me. But I'm not going to take that bait. No. No. I see that you are trying to bait me, and I'm calling I'm calling your bluff. I'm calling your bluff. And, you know, core, lids, it's really one and the same, right? Yeah, proxy, it happens a fair bit, actually. Triple worms versus triple worms, I mean, Core and I have done that on several prior occasions. If people didn't quite literally request it every single time they want us to go against each other, I would maybe be more in favor of it, but it quite literally happens every single time. It's a little annoying at this point. But yeah,
same with triple imps.
Triple imps is probably, overall, that's probably the most common triple class versus triple class requests. Are there any other? I mean, Saps obviously is its own. That's its own ordeal. But the total time spent of triple exile versus triple exile might be the greatest with triple sap versus triple sap. Not because of the number of matches we've had, but because of the length of those matches. Triple nomad. Don't see that too often, but it happens on occasion. Usually people only want one nomad on their team. Because there are a select few talismans that are just amazing on the nomads, but once you've used one of them, obviously you can't repeat that. We had customize, or well, the requirement for this one is going to be that you take your least favorite exiles, masteries, and talismans. After that, we're going to have a customize off match. Let me just double check. We had the debate song request. Was there anything else on top of that, though? Let me take a peek. Those are the customized offs. Yeah, that looks like it. Okay. Least favorite / least used. Okay. Oh, that's weird. Oh, I know why that is. Hold on. There you go. There you go. I still have my controller plugged in. Now you should be fine. From Morph to... Oh! Ooh, okay. That's going to be a Tariq bot one. Hold on. Let's break out the Tariq bot then. There we go. All right, I think we're all set. So again, it is either least favorite or just least commonly used exiles, masteries, and talismans for this one.
Wait, is it triple nomad?
No. No, not... That was someone in chat saying that would be interesting, but not a requirement per se. Also, Tariq might be rocking too hard right now. For me, he's rocking too hard. So it's hard for me to hear stuff, but...
So is it least used by us or least favorite?
Hybrid of those two. I think there's some room for your own discretion there. All right, oh, well, I suppose we're going to see a lot of uncommon choices here, given how this is not what... But whoa, hold on, Core. You can't even begin to tell me that the stowaway is either your least favorite or your least used exile.
Oh, I guess stowaway, but savage. I almost never play sudden cracks.
Halimer's Anklet on Gareth, so his cast will bounce all over the place. Then Cacao, when using Nomads, is generally one of our few Lendl users. Specifically for Core, he was saying. specifically in his case. Because he always goes left side for false step with well, canned singularity, as we just saw there from Cacao. But it was neither a canned singularity nor the mastery setup for canned singularity. So, in that way, it was not Core's usual setup. And did you take Dark Vigor?
Yeah, I took all right side.
Okay. Yeah, there's some unusual ones there. I mean, he certainly does take Savages often, so that was my qualm.
Well, I really only take Savages if I'm doing Bottled Void, honestly.
Whoa, Core! What is this Bottled Void you speak of?
Oh.
Seriously, man, don't release those trade secrets out into the public.
I don't know where to go. Orlek? I don't like playing Orlek.
How rude, says your opponent.
This is redundant. See?
Yeah, it's overkill. He can't get that much presence. Okay, then Hope on Vorfred, and Core, if you don't mind, before you select this one, I'm just going to turn Tariq bot down slightly, because it's hard for me to hear the game over him. That's a little better. Alright, there you go. Alright, and here we go. It's Tamitha in the last spot for Core. It is either their least commonly selected or their worst exiles that they are using here. And so Core gets things started with a extremely stylish plunge from none other than Gareth. He is so hot right now. A lot of room here for Core. Quick throw in for 5 before that defender can recover. Cow. Oh, but look at that teleportation from Core. Has the infinite stamina with the Dark Figure, but that is a very uncommon selection, as we were saying. Don't see people take that very often.
Why, that was all of them.
That was the last of Cacao's exiles here, and oh, Core goes to the speedy off-the-wall bouncing strats with Tamitha there. Explosive temper on Dalbert, that's also was very unusual, but has become a little more common, and actually has the extra damage from Dying Flame triggering there for 28. Cow. Forfeit. Pinned and banished. That's Orlek down. I don't believe Core has any ways to get him back once he does get banished, but there is once again a very stylish plunge. Downside drift with that harp, absolutely. Orlek locked, but banishes both defenders. The time for him to throw in a whopping 15 damage throw, and the reason why you're seeing these scores be for 10 less is because Cacao has Stubborn Flame with Vorfrit, which means that if Core is in the lead, Core deals 10 less damage than any of his scores, so his characters are capped out. Ooh, but look at this, Core clears out some room here, and as we're just saying, rather than the usual 20, it's just 10 on this Tamitha throw because of that Stubborn Flame. Or teleports the orb. Has the infinite stamina, so he can run with Gareth as much as he'd like. You know, has to get in runway shape. Can't stop, won't stop. Just always strutting his stuff. Where he stops, nobody knows. Oh, and Core trying to knock back all the would-be defenders, but instead loses Orlek in the exchange. Oh, is he going for the off-the-wall strats? The extra speed burst? Oh, he does it here! That's not enough to avoid Cacaw's defense. Oh, big explosion there on the cast, and that's Kalimur's anklet actually paying off for Core on that occasion. Not something you can count on all that often, but now Core defenseless here. That throw is unblockable. So that does land for 30. The savage sprinting sound. Well, best heard when you have Dark Vigor, of course, because it is non-stop in that case. Single banishments. Oh, knocks back the defenders as well. Then it opts for a quick throw, dropping Cacao down to 24, which normally Core would have enough damage to finish this with one score there, but because of the Stubborn Flame, if that is active, that is not the case, you'll need 2. There you see it. That right there would have been sufficient, but instead with 10 less damage, it drops Cacao down to 9. So Cacao is still holding on here, and nearly made it in with Dalbert. Goro with a speedy burst there from his heart, follows it in for the winning plunge.
Good game. Harp is
GG.
pretty good on the pick.
Let's end this night's proceedings.
All right, let's head on back.
Until the next.
And let us know, chat, if there's anything you want to see or hear for the next one. Quickly. Okay, perfectly timed. Song had ended just as the rite was ending. Perfect. You love to see it. You love to hear it. Let's put the in-game music back on, unless, of course, there's a different song that we'd like for this one. It may also require the bot of Tariqness. Well, Duff comes in and turns Customize off. As it turns out, we have 2 Customize off matches in a row now, because we already had one in the queue. So, we will not have any Exiles, Masteries, or Talismans being chosen by the players for a little while here. But how's it going, Duff? Yeah, or like in normal matches is fine. It's just for tournaments that he's banned. Because, you know, there's no real competitive side to the normal RITE NITE matches. So if you want to break him out, you can. I think we have seen some players opt to just not use him because they know in the back of their mind that he wouldn't be viable in a tournament, so they don't bother. But there's nothing outright preventing you from doing so, unless there's a request that says no Warlock allowed, of course. Dissidence theme, you say? Well, does that mean? Does that mean it's time for some Thrash Pack? Yes! Spam the barkers. Oh, okay. So that was the customize off that you did before, Proxy, was meant as a triple nomad one? Okay. That was not an actual customize off. In that case, what I would say is if you guys have something that falls into the usual categories that we have for, you know, selecting songs, talismans, arenas, masteries, and exiles, so on and so forth, if it fits one of those descriptions, then absolutely just go for that one. It's also cheaper than turning customize off. So, you know, it works in your favor in a couple of ways in that sense. But, you know, that way, you know, we're not looking at it and going, well, customize off means we're turning customize off. So was it all nomads and no talismans is what you're saying was the combination you were looking for? No talismans? No. See, this is what I mean. Then we get lost in trying to interpret things because it was unclear. Yes. No talismans allowed. I take that to mean all nomads, no talismans. I believe is the idea for this one. Then we will, after that, have Duff's customize off match, which I believe is actually a customize off match. So again, if you guys are going for things that involve exiles, masteries, or talismans, please just use the masteries or talismans requests, and that way it's just easier for us to understand what you're going for. Yeah, no worries, of course. I think we have it. I think we understand what you're looking for here, but also we want to make sure that we're doing what you want us to do, of course, and that means that we need to make sure we understand. So, I believe we have, what, Song, Exiles, Talismans. Don't think we had anything Masteries-wise, technically speaking, or Arenas-wise, technically speaking, if there's anything we'd like to see there. If not, then of course we can just hop in and get this next one started. So why don't we go that route? So it'll be a Nomad Showdown. What it's worth, both of these players are fans of taking Nomads, though they are definitely in that crew of people who like to take specifically one Nomad. Ooh, Fall of Solium as well. So I think I might have mentioned it before. Cow is big on Lendl, and Core is big on using Snadra.
This is legit the like, worst Nomad map.
It might be the worst Nomad map. Nomad's actually another very defensive class.
Is there no talisman?
There's no talismans, yep.
Oh my.
Indeed. Indeed. And one of the greatest strengths of the Nomads is you go left side and they get the extra power on their power casts, and you throw that on with a Goals Bracer, the legendary Nomad Talisman, and they can get some pretty huge casts out there quite consistently. But with no talismans, that's not going to happen on any of them. Even if they did have talismans, of course, only one Nomad would be able to do that. So here we go. The Nomads, I mean, they still have solid casts, of course. So I would argue they are, yes, they're well-rounded from a statistics standpoint, but they tend to, with their masteries, lean more toward the defensive side of things, so I think this will still be a bit of a defensive showdown here. Oh, and a series of banishments there for Core. Setting up this 20 damage throw. Core hops over the cast. But Cacao chases Snadra down. Lendl, banished. Oh, and a shoulder smash. Takes out Headwind. And that's one of the reasons why they are defensive due to their masteries. Shoulder smash, banishing any exiles that they've jumped into. And Core brute forces his way through here. The persistence pays off with this 20 damage plunge. Oh, Pyre has tapped out. There we go. Core with Snadra. Notably does not have Lendl anymore after having plunged with him. So at best, Core at 2 Nomads, but oh, at worst, gets some shoulder smash and now he's defenseless. Cacao not quick enough to capitalize on that just yet, though. And actually, numbers advantage for Core at the moment. He has a long way to go across this arena here. Cacao. Trying to get that orb over to the other side of the arena. Using that Sacred Bond to get some of his exiles back, but was unsuccessful there. Now Core with the counterattack. Oh, fakes and nearly juked his way in for a plunge there, but unsuccessful. Cow. Now he's trying to advance. Ooh, but can't get it up to Lendl there. Or, ooh, Edwin goes down. Snadra's turn here. She goes down as well. Or defenseless for a few moments here. Until Hedwyn returns, and here he is. Now he's banished. Snadra returns. Oh, but there is the Sacred Bond paying off for Cacao. Getting someone back in an attacking position. Setting up a quicker attack there, quicker throw. Had to cut it a little bit short there. Not the full 20, just 9, but got a little bit of leech as well, so a little bit of extra value out of that. Oh, the casual 360 cast and 180 cast. Lendl going out of his mind here. Snadra to Hedwyn. He's shoulder smashed right in front of the Pyre. Oh, Cacao, look at that! Brings back his exiles right in front of Core's Pyre. But Core has the bodies there to build a wall and stop Cacao from forcing his way through. Now Core's attack. Patiently probing with Snadra. Will it be her or will it be Lendl? Each one slowly inching forward. Does eventually make the move with Lendl, but he's stopped, as is Snadra. Or Edwin hops over one cast. Oh, circumvents the other. Little loop around the defender and plunges for 20 here with Lendl. So that's good for 20 damage and might have had some leech in that plunge as well, because Core is back up to 100 Pyre life here. Snadra just barely avoids banishment from that cast, but gets shoulder smashed here. Cow. Moving in with Snadra and Lendl. Snadra down. Lendl brings back Snadra, though. Here she comes. And the two Snadras shoulder smash each other. Lendl banished. Oh, Cacao was thinking about bringing him back, but didn't need to. Goes for the plunge instead with Hedwyn. Oh, Cacao again. Breaking out those stylish casts. Well defended there by Cacao. Stutter stepping with Snadra does not mess with Core's mind. Trying to get in his head, but Core didn't fall for it. And now it's Core's opportunity here as Cacao is defenseless. Time for a throw. Yes, there is. Wow. Full 20 on that, and the leech as well. So on net, 30 points. 20 in damage, 10 in healing. Here comes Cacao. Thinks about it, then doubles back. Second attempt. Well, the Lendls shoulder smash each other. Oh, huge cast there from Core. Now there is time and space for Snadra's throw. And that drops Cacao down to 5. Now, of course, both players do have some leech capabilities with their Nomads, but it would require that Cacao get a few scores here. Otherwise, one score would be all that Core needs. Core trying to clear out some space here, and may have done just that. Oh, walks his way up, thinks about it, does the 360 throw! And takes the win. GG.
The rite is done.
All right, well, let's head on back. Nice 360. Saw several of those, either the 360 throw at the end or a bunch of 360 or 180 casts from Cacao. So both players keep things stylish. But I believe now we have what is truly a customize off match coming from Duff, which means that will cover exiles, masteries, and talismans. We could still do arena. We could still do song if either of those are of interest here. So let us know we like to do any of those things? If not, then of course we can just proceed with the customize turned off. So, I suppose we'll go that route here.
The accusers shall confront the
Alright, so on Cacao's side, it's Cur, Worm, and Imp. On Core's side, is that Orlick? No. Just a normal demon, Vizpaleth, Volfred the Sap, and Almer the Savage. Or trying to power his way through with Vizpaleth, but unsuccessful. Messenger Imp. Is that... I'm not sure which character there had Vengeful Vow. Lucky Break on Dalbert. So he's at least partially left side. Should, by definition, have, at the very least, double jump, possibly triple. If he has triple, it means... Oh no, it's possible he still has triple and the extra damage from the plunge as well. We may be about to confirm that. Oh, but not quite. He gets banished just shy of the Pyre. Or some serious jumping there. Popping in for 20. That means no Almer for this round. He does not have prayer beads. Is Paleth trying to cause some trouble? And she does. She makes it in for 30. That's an interesting little setup there for that cast from Core. Little spin move. Fall by. Whoa, and was that extra damage on that throw? That looks like that said 25, and that is not usually an amount of damage that a Savage can get on the throw unless it is assisted by some kind of talisman. Deluge can't make it all the way through. Almer. Banished. Volfred tries to get rid of it. Hits his own Pyre and bounces the orb out. Typhoon Bottle activates, slowing down Cacao, but still able to plunge for 25 no less. Has the extra 10 damage on the Imp Mastery. Oh, serious jump distance here from Core. So for what it's worth, I do think that Almer has extra throwing damage by the looks of things, unless my eyes were deceiving me. Yeah, I'll go and throw, but that throw is intercepted. 4. Vanished. Oh, and look at that. Deluge comes right through and banishes Vizpaleth, but not enough to, whoa, make it all the way to the Pyre. Core once again deliberately throws the orb off of his Pyre, but Dying Flame. Okay, that's way more than 20 damage on Dalbert then. No prayer beads, so he's gone for this round, but was an extra 8. Now trying to avoid banishment here until he can get some reinforcements with Deluge. Of course, we'll not see Dalbert return until the next round. And Gao is defenseless here. No, it is just 20 damage. Weird, it really looked like we saw 25 for a second there on a previous throw attempt from Core. But now one score, likely all that Core would need here. Oh, quick throw from Cacao, but does not make it through. And the little black magic jump loops around into the Pyre for the winning plunge.
Okay.
GG.
The rite is ended.
All right, let's head on back.
Until the next rite.
And I'm not entirely sure what Phaler has clicked here, but perhaps we take a peek. Also not sure what I clicked on there. Let's see. No scope. Oh, okay. Yep, I think I know. Good old-fashioned 360 no scope. But got a little bit of leech as well, so a little bit of extra value out of that. Oh, the casual 360 cast and 180 cast. Lendl going out of his mind here. 9, a little bit of leech as well. So,
Yeah, so hold on. There it is. That's the 360. There's the 360 that lands. And there's the 180, or just about 180 that lands.
So, you know, some extra style from, that was not the most recent right, but the one previous to that. So, you know, keeping things stylish in the downside. Okay. So, let us know, chat, if there's anything that you would at Woo. That's Twitch. Let us know if there's anything that you would like for us to do for the next one. Okay, customize off, and we also are choosing knights for the song, okay?
No, it's not customized off, but it's just reverse draft. So
Yeah.
I'm choosing Cow.
It's actually Cow and Core selecting for each other. I mean, that's all of our goals in life, right? It's just to become Gareth. An admirable goal at that. Alright, but I think in that case we are good to go here.
The accusers shall now face the Pyre Hearts. Welcome.
Who are you bad at, Cacao?
Who shall conduct the rites?
Okay, I'll give you, I'm gonna give you Nomad first. And then you can just take, take, left side 1, and then 2, so critical strike. And then take right side 1, and then right side 2, so the moon formation. Moon Talisman. Take Lunar Glass.
Okay, some good things there. Some things that don't make as much sense. So, of course, that's the question, is are players just going to take the worst possible options for their opponents? Or will some mercy be shown? Of course, if they're mean on the first one, then their opponent might return the favor. So maybe some mind games here. Oh, so Proxy, you have to go? Well, thanks for stopping by.
Take... Take a Chrome. Go one left side, and go to both of those left side. Yeah. No, not stubborn. Take greater sudden blast on the left side, and then take that hex. And then here you can take model flask. That's that. Yeah, that one.
Okay, some more unusual, not necessarily objectively bad, but certainly unconventional choices here. So again, the question is, to what extent does Cacao return the favor here? Okay, so we'll see a crone on both sides here.
We'll go worm. Go all right side worm.
Now that's pretty unconventional.
Go black hoof, I think. Actually, okay, that's fine. That's fine.
Oh, and look at this.
Nice.
Could it be?
2 cards will come back when I plunge.
Now begin.
Oh, well, that is absolutely cursed. But somehow, Almer still finds a way in. Force throw is unblockable if it has enough on it, and it does for 24. Down goes Lendl. And in goes Almer. Almer banished once again. But now so is Udmilda. That leaves just Barker back defensively for core. And no one now, oh, momentum, takes Almer, or rather Lendl in. Almer finds his way through. Lunging for 20, and that drops Cacao down to 16, so core does have enough damage here to finish this with one more score. Would this be it? The throw is unblockable. So that'll do.
The Pyre heart prevailed. They overwhelmed their adversaries utterly.
GG.
The ceremony is complete.
Alright, well played, you two. Let's head on back.
Until the stars align.
Well, Melon has one more schemed up here. Let's see. Cacao is bracing himself. All Titan Stars, but core has only 1 health and can't take any health upgrades. So core has every advantage working in his favor from a Titan Stars standpoint, but if he slips up once, game over. Now, the Titan Stars, there are some that technically speaking, there is a Titan Star that gives him additional starting Pyre life, right? Not to mention there are ones that give him Leech. Isn't there one that gives him more starting Pyre life? I mean, there's no way we can drop him down lower than 10, so still. Other than the Health Titan Star, of course. Okay, gotcha. But the Leech one?
No.
Leech is still okay?
No.
I mean, if core scores first and gets Leech, then, theoretically he might be able to take a hit.
No, because it doesn't leech past your max.
Oh, and your max is still 10. Yeah, true.
Okay.
I mean, I guess we can activate it and it won't matter, but... Well... we shall see.
The Titan
So, if everyone on core side gets banished, they'll all come back from banishment.
6 shoulders.
+8 quickness for Core. Will keep his aura when he has the orb. It'll just slowly shrink over time. +8 presence to all of his exiles. He deals 5 extra damage. Okay, so we skip this one. He does not get the additional starting Pyre life. He has 50% extra stamina. The cow has 30 less starting Pyre life. 5 leech for Core, which, as we were saying, technically Core can't exceed 10 Pyre life. At least, I'm pretty sure it won't let him because his maximum should be 10. I mean, we could throw it on and see if it works, but I don't think it will. Then +8 hope for all of Core's exiles. And built-in prayer beads for Core. And last, but certainly not least, he does get the Pyre life. He does get the starting Pyre life. Oh, okay. Ooh, that's a game changer. Because now he can take a hit. But last but certainly not least, we will give Core the extra brain cell. Core, use it wisely. Alright.
Okay, so I can't take the Ash Coal or Dirt.
Yeah, you're not allowed to take...
Or Rekindling.
I assume Rekindling is also against the rules.
Welcome. Who shall conduct the rites?
With the testing, it seemed like you needed to have the extra starting Pyre life. Okay. Yeah, confirmed, no rekindling allowed. So all of Core's stats are buffed. And although you don't see glory, the green number next to it, it is also 5 extra damage.
Messenger Imp.
Chicago's Webland Thorn Messenger Imp. Core sacrifices some hope, but of course he has more hope from the Titan Stars, in favor of more damage. The cow plans on plunging with prayer beads at Milda.
Wow, curse. Really? You're really gonna curse?
Oh, did he take the curse? Transforming all of Core's exiles into defenseless howlers once, giving him what is functionally a free score, which, when Core has so little starting Pyre life, is pretty darn significant. Technically speaking, Cacao could have gone all in and done 100% curse and guaranteed to win, but not so. Here we go. As Pyre tabs out. Core with all Titan Stars, but very little starting Pyre life. Which, interestingly enough, actually means the only difference here is, what, 30 Pyre life? Because one of those Titan Stars reduces Cacao's starting Pyre life. It's actually not that substantial of a difference, but with that score, one more of those and Core is down. It's just the margin for error is next to none, but Core plunges for 43 damage. Humongous. He has built-in prayer beads as well, so he can do the same this time. Oh, but Cacao is holding on to the 2 Pyre life here. potentially a one-score game. But Core follows it in for the winning plunge.
The Pyre prevail. They brushed aside their adversaries without too much trouble.
GG.
The rite is complete.
Alright, let's head on back.
Until the stars align.
Oh, true. Yeah, you didn't break out the curse, did you? Alright. Yeah, are there any other people from chat who would be interested in swapping in here? Might be able to get one melon in. Maybe we can do that soon. Why don't we no more Falcon Rod? Alright, why don't we at least do one more between these two? And then we'll see if there's anyone else from chat who wants to hop in. Yeah, give them one normal match, please. So I'm not sure we've had a single match in which they are allowed to take whatever they'd like, so let's at least give them one of those. Core says, let's at least put it at the Glade. Soul Regrets. Oh. What is that from?
Bastion.
That's Bastion? Okay. Ah, this one, okay. Let's turn off the in-game music. There we go. Okay, so then let's see. And Wamelon is intrigued by playing off against Cacao, potentially. Yeah, but Wamelon, are you keyboard mouse? I don't remember. Because Cacao is keyboard mouse, and so we need to have at least one of you playing controller to make that happen. But we'll see. Alas, at least for this one, we're looking Glade-Aloo. We have the song, and customized back on. So let's give them a chance to just take a team of their choosing here.
Are you gonna give me back my power life?
Oh,
I'm just playing this
well. Also, we might need to do this for Titan Stars After Effects Hangover anyway, so hold on.
Yeah, that's true.
We need to do this anyway. Then we do this. Now we go.
The accusers shall take on the Pyres. Welcome.
Okay, yeah, and Wamelon is keyboard mouse only, but Cacao does theoretically have a controller, but he would rather not use it. Okay, so we'll see. Getting a little ahead of ourselves there. Because this will be perhaps our last one between Wamelon, or rather between Cacao and Core. And they will take... Oh, what happened? Let's see. Did Remote Play do something funky? Remote Play says you're still here. There you go. Oh, but what happens? I see where you're going with this. I see where you're going with this. Okay. I see what you're saying. I see what you're saying. A little bottled singularity, perhaps. Canned singularity. Canned singularity. My bad. Alright, no immediate indication as to whether that's something Core will be doing, but you know, it is still possible. He didn't lead off with a false step stowaway, but I wouldn't rule it out just yet. The Cacao goes with the stuns on a Titan Tooth Wolfred. Or a Leech Talisman on Bertrude. That would generally not be a character he would take if he were using the hand singularity approach, so I think it is, well, I mean, it's possible still, of course, but less likely, certainly, at this stage. And lastly, an exploding deluge for Cacao. What is the final piece for Core? It's Snadra with the starting Pyre Life and Shoulder Smash. So here we go. Core trying to loop his way around, but that throw is wide. Cacao thinking about it with the stowaway. She does go down, but that was not part of her jump, I don't believe. So she will not trigger her false step. Down she goes, well shielded on Volfred. Snadra down, but that brings back Gilman speeding forward with a catapult-like throw for 15. That's a very speedy Gilman. Throwing it in for another 15 here. Oh, the stunning claim freezes everyone. 4. Can't find his way through this time. Cow. Trying to sneak through with his worm, but unsuccessful. Bertrude taken out. Oh, and some people stunned here means opportunity. A little bit more time for the stowaway to hop in. No stowaway now in this round after Gao had plunged with her, and she, of course, has a can singularity, not prayer beads. So needs another way to score, and this could be it. Time to throw it in for 15. So now the stowaway has returned. So has Core, with his Gilman, for 12 on this throw. Oh, and good block there from Cacao. Stowaway. That should, I would have thought, yeah, trigger false step, and well-timed on the stunning claim, making the Stowaway the only exile capable of moving there, setting up what was an uncontested 20 damage plunge. Ooh, but very quick attack there from Core for 10 damage on this throw. Core retreats. Gets it back to his crone. Oh, and jumps in. Leaps for 30. No Bertrude for this round, but Core could finish this with a Snadra score. The stunning claim stops everyone in their tracks. Stowaway returns. Core, of course, at best, at just 2 exiles here after having plunged with Bertrude. Oh, cow. Thinking about going the sap throwing route. From some ranges, those sap throws are actually unblockable. That might have been the idea there, although Core defenseless. So time for Cacao. Is this throw short? It is. That was definitely a scoring opportunity. Worm throw is unblockable as well, but Core with no time to get that one off. Or, oh, well timed on the defensive play there from Cacao, and time for a seize chance throw for Cacao. That means 25 rather than the usual 15 damage from that throw. Well banished, though. From Gilman, he takes out everyone. That does bring the Valiant return out on Deluge. Snadra's shoulder smashes, though that does count as having triggered the false step. Oh, the last second steal. Core brings back Snadra. Bertrude also does have enough damage. The Core would like for it to be either of those two, and there is the throw, but. Cacao has 50 rekindling. It is far from over. Series of banishments, but here comes Cacao. Moving in a little bit here with Volfred. Only to give it up here to the Stowaway, which would normally be his preferred attacker. And does trigger the false step and stunning claim. Oh, but it gets the stowaway as well, and that's not what he's looking to do. He wants to activate it just before the stowaway returns, so the stowaway is unaffected, and therefore the Omi Exile capable of moving. But she does still find a way through here for 20 on that plunge. But as it is a plunge, means no stowaway for this round. They will trade scores, but of course stowaway for 20 versus Gilman for 15 is an exchange that Kakao would win long term, but then again, Core does have more Pyre life at the moment. Galush. Fred, ooh, cannot avoid that banishment there. The throw, no, Kakao does not get it off in time. Gilman down, but here's Bertrude, she's blocked, and Titan Tooth stunned as well. Time here, perhaps, for Kakao, but no, Snadra is back defensively. She goes down. Or does still have a worm, but this throw is unblockable. Does it have enough on it? It does not. Bertrude, cut off. Stowaway. Suddenly by herself here. She's banished, but that brings out Deluge. He retreats, though, to a defensive position, waiting for some reinforcements here. Here they come. Stowaway. Makes her way through. Plunging for 20. And that drops Core down to 39, which means a couple of scores is what we're looking at for both players here. Depends a little bit on which characters they are that do the scoring, as with 12 damage there, that means Bertrude does have enough for Core, but Snadra would not. Here is Bertrude, though. Not quick enough this time. Stowaway. That should trigger false step. There it is. Quick throw, but that's no good. Gilman does not have enough damage here for Core, but Titan Tooth will stun Core. Cow with the throw. Oh, it's short. Bertrude, most dangerous exile for Core. Could this be it? No! Kakao holds on with 1 Pyre life. So you're saying there's a chance. Or maybe not. GG.
Yeah, I think that's the first time I've actually played against it. So. I mean, not the full setup, but...
That's interesting, for sure. Very cool matchup.
Until the next rite.
What's up, Kwame? Not gonna lie, first I saw this, I was like, that name looks very similar to Wamelon. I'm pretty sure that it is a different person, but how's it going? Thanks for stopping by. Welcome in. Welcome in. At first I was like, is this Wamelon's alt? Is Wamelon trying to play against Kwamelon? Is this all an elaborate scheme? Wait a second. Wait, what? This is not a coincidence? What, you two actually know each other? It is not a coincidence that your names are similar. You are different people, but it is not a coincidence that your names are similar. Now you're just messing with our heads. Now you're just messing with our heads. Well, Kwamelon? Does it rhyme with Wamelon? Because if so, then goodness gracious. If you are not already part of the RITE Club, I would say first join that. It does rhyme. Okay, so Wamelon and Kwamelon. Oh, man. If you're not already a part of the RITE Club Discord server, I would say first join that, which if you are not, you can do so by clicking on that link right there. Hold on, let me... Drinkbot was too fast. Let me do that. And you are in the RITE Club Discord server? Okay, perfect. So if you check the pinned messages in the main channel, the Black Wagon, you should see my Steam friend code. And so you can use that to send me a friend request on Steam, and that way I can send you an invite to get in. So need to do that so I can get you in. Yeah, also, are you keyboard and mouse player or are you a controller player? Because unfortunately, Pyre does not allow us to have 2 keyboard mouse players playing against each other. Let me just turn back on the in-game music. So we need to have at least one person going controller, basically is what that means. And I believe Wamelon has said that he is exclusively keyboard mouse. So if you were to want to play against him, one of you would need to break out a controller, and from my understanding, Melon is... Oh, perfect, you're a controller. Okay, perfect. You are physically a controller. You are an electronic device that can plug into a computer. Play games. You know, that does raise some questions, but yeah, sure. That should work. So yeah, if you can just... I gotcha! What can I say? Couldn't fool me. Couldn't pull a fast one on me. But yeah, so if you can send me a Steam friend request, then I can get you into our matches. And assuming you can make that happen, then we could, potentially, go for a Wamelon versus Quamelon showdown, which, that one might be a little bit hard to commentate, but, you know, I will try to enunciate properly to distinguish between those two. But, that could potentially be what we're up for next. Let me just see if you have, in fact, sent said friend request. You may have. I am assuming, yeah, this is very likely you, seeing as how recent activity says you were playing Pyre. So I am going to go out on a limb here and assume that this is you and accept the friend request. Okay. Cool. Cool. Nice. Okay, perfect. So, in that case, Core and Cacao, what do we say we pass the torch to Wamelon and Quamelon for a melon showdown, the ultimate melon showdown. I mean, usually you have to pay extra for that kind of thing. Exactly. Exactly. The ultimate melon showdown. So how does that sound in that case? Wamelon and Quamelon, I think you guys... Wamelon had said he was available. Quamelon, based on how you're saying you were interested in hopping in now, sounds like you are interested and available right now as well. So it seems like that is feasible to go for that at this point in time. So maybe we do make our move here. But with that being said, thank you, Core. Thank you, Cacao, for joining us today. Some good matches there, some crazy matches as well. But fortunately, you know, we got at least one in there where you guys were able to pick your own stuffs. GG's. All right, let us get the melons. Let us get the melons. Let's see. Melon number 1. And do I remember the name of the melon that I just accepted a friend request of? That is the question. Wamelon. There we go. Wamelon, Quamelon, potato. Let's just call the whole thing off. Okay. So, and for the melons, which triumvirates would you guys like to represent? Which teams would you like to be here? Which teams are of interest? Dissidents for Wamelon. Okay, and Wamelon on keyboard mouse, you should be here. Okay. Yeah, and we can check the controls. Beyonders for Quamelon. Okay, let me just set you guys up here. Ooh, hold on. Hold on. Let me just set you guys up first. Okay. Do you have controls? I believe you do, or you do not. I take it back. Now you do. All right, just take a quick peek here. Make sure this looks right. No salutes? What? You sure? But what about the salutes? And move to cursor. That's important, right? I would think. Pioneer in the ESD. What the heck? All right. And Quamelon, are you okay with your controls as well on controller? I mean, shouldn't have anything changed there, I don't think. But that's us. And it seems like on a different device than normal. Okay, so it might be slightly different control settings than you would usually use. All right, well, Anor has given us a song request. Let's put that on real quick here. We'll turn off the in-game music. And I will TariqBot it up. I almost told TariqBot to play the song TariqBot. Part of me is curious to see what would happen if I did that, but no, that's not what we're looking for here. Full disclosure. Okay, I was gonna say, if anyone else is in here in Discord in this channel, TariqBot is going to blast your eardrums out of existence, but they're not at the moment, so you're safe. Don't worry. But okay, we have the end. I think for this one, we need to pump up the jams just a little bit. This one does need to be a little bit louder. There we go. Okay, nice. So we have distance. We have accusers. Let me just set up your names as well and your actual sigils. Okay, so on this side it is Wamelon. If I have this right. And on this side it is, not to be confused with Quamelon. Oh no, it's, except you spell it slightly differently. You spell it this way. They do rhyme, they say. Okay, so then it's not accusers on the sigil. It is dissidents. And then it is not Pyre hearts. It is Beyonders. There you are. Okay. There we go. So why don't we have this first one? We'll warm up a little bit here. We'll go just with a song, and then we'll have the players take whatever they'd like. So let's hop in.
The dissidents shall take on the Beyonders. Welcome.
Alright, so no requests from chat here. You're welcome to take whatever you'd like. So this one is Wamelon on this side, Quamelon on the other side. Wamelon, the Dissonants, Quamelon, the Beyonders. So which melon is best? I mean, Black Bear, obviously. Black Bear beats Battlestar Galactica. But besides that... Okay, so it is Tizo first for Wamelon. Whereas Quamelon goes for Power Casting Headwind. Wamelon goes Meta Jody. Then Quamelon goes for a quick respawning Rookie.
Messenger Imp.
And Webland Thorn Messenger Imp in the last spot for Quamelon. The classic Barker Eternal strat, but on Rookie instead. Alright, then lastly, Ignarius, and here we go, the ultimate Melon showdown. Quamelon on the left versus Quamelon on the right. Feels like they are alternate versions of the same person, just from different parallel universes. Maybe causing a disruption in the space-time continuum. Is the world about to explode in a gigantic Big Bang-like encounter? Well, I mean, we shall see. We shall see. Quamelon holding back defensively, whereas Quamelon trying to move in here with either Tizo or, as he goes down, perhaps Jody. Taking it out using the portal, but Quamelon is eyeing it. Oh, and Jody ends up getting banished here. As it is perhaps a little bit difficult for Quamelon to see where precisely the orb may currently be located. But here we have Quamelon creating a portal right on top of the Pyre, which is functionally an automatic score if Quamelon can get the orb and go through. And that is exactly what we see Quamelon do. So that's 30 damage from the Jody's plunge going through that portal. But she did not have prayer bead, so she is gone for this round, that means. Quamelon. Rookie Eternal. Surprise, surprise, he's back. But he is by himself until Ignarius returns. Now the full team is back. And oh! Quamelon came through that portal and stole the infinite stamina, which it looked like perhaps Quamelon was about to nab. Here's Ignarius. Over to Rookie. Rookie with a little bit of space here. And he goes through for 20. Tizo sacrifices himself to take out Headwind. Demon versus Demon. Jody against Ignarius. Jody goes back through the portal and gets infinite stamina in the process. And here she comes bulldozing through, but has enough time to stop and set up a 30 damage throw. So that means she will remain in for the next round. Headwind. Banished. Melon looking to banish everybody here, and does. Except we're talking about Rookie Eternal here. Nobody can keep that guy out of play. He just keeps coming back. Quamelon through the portal. Once again, infinite stamina Jody, and has enough on that throw to make it in for 30, and that drops Quamelon down to 30. Means one more of those could be all that Quamelon needs here. Quamelon falls just slightly shy of that attempt there from Rookie. Oh, and likewise with Headwind. Quamelon gets the portal, rather gets the orb, now goes through the portal, gets that infinite stamina, speeds forward with Jody, trying to knock back the defenders with the jump, does so, banishes one defender with the banishing throws, but then goes down. Headwind with the defensive play. Passes it off to Rookie, but he's banished, but soon returns. Headwind into lava he goes. Free orb, which Melon got ever so briefly, but ended up in the lava. Now Quamelon's turn. Oh, perhaps an opening here, though! And that is the winning throw.
The dissidents prevail. They vastly
GG.
outperformed their adversaries. The rite is done.
Alright, let's head on back.
Till the stars align.
And if you two are up for it, of course, we can do a few more matches here. Shout out to Yeagly helping to develop this team. Nice. Nice. Well, let us know, chat, if there's anything we'd like to see. The Battle of the Melons for the next one. That one, we just have them both take whatever they'd like. But up to you in terms of, do we let them do that again, or do we have something else in mind this time? Melon, good to play a few more. Melon, you good to stick around as well? Or was the Ultimate Melon Showdown just a one-time thing? Yes? Okay, awesome. So yeah, let us know, chat, if there's anything we'd like to see between these two for the next one, or if not, we can just have them take whatever they'd like once again. The Battle of the Melons. Not seeing anything at the moment, though, so in the absence of a last-minute request here, why don't we get the next one started? Melon Civil War? I don't know. We'll have to see.
The dissidents versus the Beyonders. Welcome. Who shall conduct the rites?
So no requests. You can still take whatever you'd like here. Also, for what it's worth, we have modded Glade of Blue, so there will not ever be any of the brambles in this arena. It will remain wide open for the entirety of the match. Just as a heads up in case that affects how you select your team here. Alright, so it is still Rookie for Quamelon, but not with the same setup this time around. And then it is a Webbed Lanthorn Tizo in the next spot for Quamelon. which Quamelin answers with extra plunging damage on Bertrude. Then quick throwing Ulmer in the last spot for Quamelin. Alright, and lastly it is Gilman for Quamelin. So here we go, round 2 of Melon versus Melon. Ulmer. Looking to throw. Oh, and just barely snuck that throw pass for 20. Ametha for Melon switches in to Ulmer, but he's stopped. Ametha plunges for 20 here. Ruki stopped. Melon again with Ulmer. His throw. On target for 20. It also has occurred to me that this is basically my tournament team here that Melon is using. Like, wait a second, this looks very familiar. Come to think of it, was I not playing this earlier today? Yes, in fact I was. Just, you know, with one particularly stylish difference. But here is Quamelin. Oh, and that is the huge damage on that plunge from Bertrude. Oh, and nifty little maneuver around the defender for 20 damage on that curve plunge from Ruki. But Melon is back for 20 here with Pamitha. Ulmer sneaks it through for the winning score.
Dissidents prevail. Their adversaries confidently thwarted.
GG.
Right is complete.
All right, let's head on back.
Until the next rite.
And let us know, chat, if there's anything we want to see for the next one. Not seeing anything at the moment, though. I was gonna say, yeah, if you two are friends, I imagine you've probably played each other outside of RITE Nights before. But yeah, well, Melon, that is quite literally my preferred tournament team. I didn't see it do exactly the same masteries that I would usually pick on it, but it's pretty darn close. Alright, customize off, says Anor. Now, normally I wouldn't ask, but we've had some customize offs where we've actually had some other things in mind. Are we talking customize off in the literal sense? We are quite literally pressing this button and randomizing exiles, masteries, and talismans? Or is there something else you're looking for here, Anor? This is a traditional customize off. Okay, gotcha. So yes, again, that means randomize exiles, masteries, and talismans for both players. Won't even get to see what those things are in advance. We're just going to get thrown straight into the action here. No worries with Melon. Yeah, I think usually we use Titan Stars for that purpose, just because Titan Stars tends not to get selected as much. So it's more likely that, you know, if you're taking Titan Stars, that, you know, we'll stop and take a second, like, okay, well, do you actually want Titan Stars, or is there something else you have in mind here? And it just makes it easier for us logistically to make sure we're all on the same page, but alas, no problem. So, yes, customize off here. For this one, we could still do an arena, we could still do a song. If either of those things are of interest, let us know. Otherwise, we will jump straight in here to this next one. And it looks like that is what we will go for. So let's see what we end up with. Alright, so for Womelon, Sap, Harp, Worm. For Quamelon, Nomad, Cur, Sap. So Sap's on both sides. But other than that, we've seen some classes that both players have chosen voluntarily in the past, namely a Harp in the case of Womelon, and a Cur in the case of Quamelon. So we see that there are definitely exploding saplings from Manly. What else can we learn here? That is a quick plunge in from Gilman, but no prayer beads on him. He is now out for this round. Are those exploding saplings for Quamelon as well? Looks like they might be. But meanwhile, Womelon plunges here with the Harp once again for 20. She's out for the round. Womelon speeds in. Good for 20. No prayer beads and no built-in prayer beads from the masteries all the way on the right side on that rookie there. So he's still out for this round. So it means Quamelon down at least one, if not two characters here. Oh, and quick enough defensively to stop that throw. Lendl. He's stopped. That's a devious little hiding spot there for Gilman. Could see his aura, but couldn't really see Gilman himself. Oh, and Quamelon got it back there for a second. Right now, it is Sap versus Sap. Oh, and well cut off there by Quamelon. Then, Womelon turns around with Tamitha and gets not only the banishment, but also the 20 damage plunge. Lendl, oh, hops over the defender, but then the aura comes out and down goes Lendl. Oh, two ships in the night, both just sprint past each other. Neither one goes down. But now Quamelon has it, and momentarily, Womelon was defenseless there. But now Womelon back with Manly. Down he goes. Ooh, perhaps a little bit of room here for Quamelon. But not enough time. Gilman reacted quickly. He gets banished, though, when he goes on the attack, and that is a well-placed sapling. Rookie. Trying to sneak past the southern route, but he's cut off as well. Down goes Manly. Down goes Lendl. Rookie's back, but he's banished. Lucky break, though, means he comes back quickly, so we know he's at least partially left side. So he definitely has at least 2 jumps. Don't know if he has 3. And down goes Manly. Rookie. Speeds ahead. Oh, but he stopped. Womelon moving in with Manly. But he's stopped before he can finish the throw. Rookie, oh no, stopped by the sapling. Womelon still defenseless at the moment, but now starts to get those reinforcements. So here comes Manly. Cast just barely misses. But Lendl up against Gilman, and Gilman is able to stop him defensively. Now Gilman thinking about going on the attack here. Will be Manly instead. Does seem as though Cormelon has been looking to focus on the Manly attacks. And it is hard to catch that worm. Gilman, quite speedy here. A little less so in the case of Manly, though. Oh, and look at that. Cormelon makes the move, plunges for 20, and leeches for 10 as well. So that was a net 30-point play right there. No prayer beads on Lendl, so he will be gone for this round. Manly, does he have that kind of range? Not quite. Rookie, trying to avoid and just barely does. Find a way around Tamtha and all the way in here for 20. So momentum building for Cormelon at the moment. Lendl is banished and Rookie is out for this round altogether. So that means at the moment it is just Palmas. Lendl has returned. Meanwhile, Womelon made a move with Tamitha, but she was unsuccessful. Cormelon trying to clear out a little more space by getting rid of one more of those defenders. Alas, now Tamitha has returned. Here comes Womelon. It would be Gilman. It won't be Manly anymore. Oh, and Lendl tries to hop in to get that orb within the safety of the sapling, but Tamitha can go right through it. The hockey puck's now blocking Cormelon, but now has it. But stopped by Tamitha. Oh, and down goes Manly. Cormelon. Lendl avoids banishment there and makes it around another defender. Oh, last second save from Womelon, though. Womelon plotting out this next attack. Oh, and look at that. Two exiles right next to each other. Goes for the double banishment. And we do see a numbing gust there, it would appear. Which means that Palmas is primarily, if not entirely, left side and may not have any rekindling. Or is it no, it's Typhoon Bottle. Oh, okay. In that case, we don't really know. It's a chance that Cormelon has both, and that would be unfortunate, because that would be masteries that aren't giving any additional value beyond what Cormelon is already getting from the talisman slot. Manly. Can find a way through, not quite. Lendl somehow avoided Tamitha there. Oh, and the snipe! For 18 and 9 leech as well. And that's big. Not only the score and the healing, but also means that Cormelon is still at full strength here. Rookie speeds past the sapling. Gets taken out by the sap. Tamitha down. Lendl. Rookie. He's stopped, but comes back quickly with Lucky Break. Womelon. Can't make it past the opposing sap. Almost. Lendl down to the sapling, as does go Rookie. Well placed sapling here. Womelon laying siege on Cormelon's Pyre, but somehow gets rid of that sapling. Man, that is a speedy worm. Oh, and Womelon locks down the orb with the sapling, setting up the Tamitha plunge here. And suddenly, it is anybody's game here. 2 scores apiece, what we'd be looking at in all likelihood, to get rid of at least the starting life bar, but given how both players do have saps, there is always the chance we may see some rekindling here with a second life bar. But that, of course, remains to be seen. Oh, opening here. for Wormelon. Plunging for 15, and now that means one score. Wormelon could drop Quamelon's Pyre Life to 0, and there's a chance at 0 rekindling. Oh, but the shoulder smash not only stops, but actually banishes Tamitha there. Oh, but look at this. Very persistent attack from Wormelon. But Quamelon is unfazed, and here's the counter with Rookie. Oh, but he stopped. Oh, flaps over. And there is the rekindling. It's 10 on the second life bar. Now that means one score confirmed would likely be enough for Wormelon, unless it is a very quick throw. Oh, Lendl nearly saw the opportunity to sneak past the last defender there. Wasn't quite fast enough on the sprint. And there it is. GG.
The dissidents prevail. They somehow managed to scrape by despite their adversaries' efforts.
Wormelon versus Quamelon. Maybe our next Anor versus Core showdown in the making here. GG.
Until the next rite.
Trying to score with Manly, but couldn't quite pull it off. Can't hear the in-game audio. That, I'm not sure I have an answer for you. I think that is something happening on your side. I can try uninviting you and re-inviting you, and that might help. Why don't we give that a shot? And we do have a request for Exiles. We'll get to that in just a second. Let me just see if this helps you out. Give you the boot, and then re-invite you. And that might, emphasis on the might, help. Orlek in the first spot, and has to be the winning score. Now that is a little bit tricky to pull off, but we'll see if we can make that happen. That did fix it? Okay, awesome. Also pretty sure that if I tab out, it'll, at least while I'm tabbed out, mute it for you, so that might have been it. I don't remember if I was tapped out when you said that or not, but alas. So Exile's request for Orlek in the first spot, and I mean, yeah, you have to, right? You just have to. If we're talking an Orlek-centric right, and it really should be Will Describes. Okay, so anything beyond that, or will that be all? Not only was it Orlek in the first spot, is theoretically, if you can get the winning score with Orlek, then that would be nice. All right, let's get this one started then.
The dissidents shall
Ooh.
confront.
Oh, wait, hold on. Oh, I forgot to turn customize back on. My bad. My bad. We do need that. We do need that. My bad. I was looking forward to the pit and everything. Oh man, Cacao has enough coins now. Be ready for next week. Oh no. Alright, so Orlek in the first spot is the request. Ideally, you're getting the winning score with him, if you can. Well, Melon goes quick throwing Talisman in what is almost the meta Orlek setup. Alright, Quamelon, I'm gonna do you a favor here. Heads up. That's that Talisman there. the maximum aura size is 40. So technically speaking, you're not getting the full value out of that talisman. You're getting a tiny little bit of additional presence out of it, but not very much. Or is it actually none at all? It might be none at all, quite literally. So goes for the extra stun, or rather, banishment duration instead. Then it is a power casting Snadra in that spot for Womelin. Alright, so then Quamelin opts for what was just about a ninja stowaway there. Then lastly, it's Web Lanthorn Tiso for Womelin. And Quamelin concludes with an infinite stamina Tiso. So here we go, Orlek versus Orlek in the first spot. And of course, when those Orleks go down, it is painful to get them back, because they take a very long time, unless you have a way to get them back automatically, as we just saw Womelin pull off, except now, he gets banished once more, and Womelin is defenseless for the moment. Is Quamelin quick enough? Yes. quick 20 damage throw. Stowaway also just casually teleports onto it, but it was a throw. It was a throw. Orlek versus Orlek, and they take each other out, fittingly enough. Oh, look at that big jump from the Stowaway, setting up that 20 damage throw. Beautiful. One Orlek down. Here comes the other Orlek for Quamelon, who sidesteps Snadra. Bullies her away from the Pyre and sets up the 25 damage plunge. Down goes the Stowaway, and Orlek is not in for this round, so at the moment it is just Tizo for Quamelon, but has it in for the stamina. Oh, and stopped just short of the Pyre, and does have a portal right next to that Pyre, which is almost an automatic score, but doesn't matter. It'll get reset when Quamelon throws this one in for 25, and as that is a throw, means Quamelon is still at full strength here. Quamelon with Orlek. Oh, and nearly gets banished there. Now he does go down. There's the ninja strats for the Stowaway, and she throws it in for 20, and that drops Quamelon down to 15, which means one more score, maybe all that Quamelon needs here. And as a reminder, the request was, if possible, to get the winning score with Orlek, so we'll see if Quamelon can pull it off, and there it is. Oh my goodness.
Their adversaries must be crying tears of shame. The rite is ended.
GG.
Until the stars align.
All right, well, let's reset ourselves here. There we are. But let us know, chat, if there's anything else that we would like to see for this next one. And I'm thinking this might be our penultimate rite, and meaning our last one in which we take requests from chat before we go into our liberation rite, because I'm thinking it'd be pretty cool to have a Melon versus Melon liberation rite, right? Right? Why not, you know? A Melon showdown in the liberation rite. That sounds like a good idea to me, if we can make that happen. So how about we make this one the penultimate rite? So any requests, anything else you want to see which Melon ascends exactly. So if there is anything that you want to make sure we get the chance to see between the two Melons before we go into that liberation rite, this is your chance to make that happen. So let us know, because then of course for the liberation rite we won't take requests for that. Oh no. Cacao, how could you? The absolute mad lad. Prayer beads on saps. But technically, Cacao, you need an Exile's request to go along with that. That's a talisman request for prayer beads, so I'm like, yeah, we can do the prayer beads part, but you didn't actually technically request saps? You need a... Alright, there you go. Just one sap with prayer beads. Or obviously you can only do one prayer beads. And if either of you are thinking, oh well, why not? I'm gonna go triple saps. For what it's worth, if you both take triple saps, we will quite literally the game will crash. So don't do that. But at least one sap. Okay, so we have that. Is there anything else? I don't understand. Yeah, so at least one sap, and one of those saps, or your single sap if it's only one, must have prayer beads. That one's, well, that's pretty crazy. So maybe we get this started then before Cacao thinks of anything else even more out there.
The dissidents shall now face
And it's in the book as well.
Welcome.
One of the smallest arenas, and technically, Quamelon's home arena.
The rites.
Maybe they'll understand the technique. Cacao, for what it's worth, does use this. Of his own accord, without request from chat, he will voluntarily choose to go this route sometimes. That being said, it is still pretty out there.
Sap.
So Quamelon has locked in that sap. Then Quamelon goes with the world's fastest Pamitha. Cacao is has his eyes covered with his hand and is just separates a couple of the fingers and peers through. Alright, it's Jody with extra starting Pyre life here in the second spot for Quamelon, who has already locked in the Prayer Bead sap. Quamelon has not yet done so, so that will have to be one of the two remaining exiles that Quamelon uses at some point here. How could you lose with extra Pyre life, right? Well, I don't wanna, let the cat out of the bag when players are still choosing their characters here, but... Okay, there is the Prayer Beads Manly for Quamelon. So now that means both players free to take whatever they'd like in their last spot here. They've already met the requirements for that sap. Meanwhile, Melon's like, hold on. Hold on. What is he saying? Maybe I do want to do that. Goes for a speedy Pamitha as well. So now it is up to Quamelin to pick the final piece. And remember, the other exile that Wamelon has is a demon. Thanks for stopping by, Nor. Good to have you, as always. Have a good night. So at least from a class standpoint, this is a bit of a mirror match. The masteries and talismans, though, those do vary a bit from one player to the next. But it's Quamelin getting us started here by flying in here, and there you see, just the monstrous starting Pyre life that Quamelin took. Still at 145 even after that score. Meanwhile, Quamelin trying to lock down some territory with those exploding saplings. Here's Pamitha. Quamelin gets rid of the sap that made that sapling, though. Switches into the sap, who tries to blink, but ends up in the aura of that sapling. Down goes Ignarius. And in goes Pamitha here for 20. Quamelin. Pamitha is stopped. Jody. A well-placed sapling from Quamelin there. Maybe some room here for Pamitha. She hops in, plunging for 20. But again, that starting Pyre life that we saw Quamelin take, that might become a pretty big factor here. As it, of course, if they just trade scores, then Quamelin, with that starting advantage, would emerge victorious and got rid of all the defenders. Oh, and is thinking about maybe waiting until that Numbing Gust wears off and seeing if there might be an opportunity to throw it in, but cannot do so when everyone is banished on Quamelin's side. Opted to eventually just go for the plunge, though. Means, oh, no Pamitha for this round, and the other Pamitha, Quamelin's Pamitha, very nearly made it in there. Almost slowly inching forward. Now making some moves, but he's cornered. There is Pamitha once again, plunging for 20. This time it's for Quamelin. Oh, and big double banishment for Quamelin. Time and space to make a move here, but is slowed down by the Numbing Gust, and if Quamelin hesitates too much, then opportunity may be gone here. Oh, nearly still found a way to plunge for 30 in that case with Jody, but perhaps the greed got the better of him. But here's an opportunity again. Numbing Gust will continue to slow down Quamelin, but that is the Prayer Beads character, so could opt to plunge, but instead opts for a 16 damage throw with the sap. Pamitha down for Quamelin. Here's Ignarius. Ignarius, oh, a little more space perhaps, but he's blocked. Titan Tooth. Oh, stuns Quamelin. So Quamelin comes in and banishes 2 of the defenders, 3 of the defenders. Now it's Numbing Gust slowing down Quamelin, though. Defenders return, but not fast enough to stop this 30 damage plunge. Melon once again trying to pull off, oh, that big banishment, and might not have been a 2-in-1 cast, but nonetheless, the result is similar. Space maneuver here. Melon nearly cornered there, but simultaneously also looking to make advances with Jody. Oh, and she does make it through, and that's 30 damage on that plunge. That drops Quamelin down to 14. Now, of course, we do have saps on both sides, so we may very well see some rekindling, but Quamelin counters with a 20 damage plunge with that harp. So we may see second life bars, but if not, then one score is all that Quamelin needs here. And this might be the opportunity that Quamelin is looking for. Quamelin defenseless for the next several seconds, but here comes the sap, but not fast enough to stop that blink in, and that is, of course, the Prayer Beads Exile. So Palmas has returned, but that's not enough to stop Quamelin here. But now one score after that rekindling. Quamelin is on the second life bar, so that's all it would take for Quamelin here. Will this be it? Yes, it will.
The dissidents prevail.
GG.
Their pyre burns, whilst that of their adversaries is but ash. The rite is ended.
Alright, well played.
Until the stars align.
And with that, I think it is time. I think it is time for our Liberation Rite, indeed. Now, Quamelin, I know this is obviously your first Rite Night. Quamelin, it is not for you, but have you done a Liberation Rite yet, or is this going to be your first one? This be your first one as well? I don't remember if we've had you in for a Liberation Rite yet at this stage. You have once? Okay, well, I mean, it wasn't a battle of the melons, so clearly, the stakes were different. The stakes were a little bit different then. So, just as a heads up, this will be our final rite of the night, our Liberation Rite. We will go at the Fall of Solium. We will not take any requests in this one. We'll just have both of you take your preferred teams and finish things off in style. We'll go with the Never to Return version of Player 2, which in this case would actually be the old version of Never to Return. You watched Melon's Liberation Rite? Awesome. Awesome. Alright, well, without further ado, let us begin the Liberation Rite. The true battle of the melons.
I bid you welcome, exiles. You stand upon the fall of Solium. You are gathered to conduct this rite. Prevail and earn the favor of the scribes. Dissidents, stand prepared. Beyonders, stand prepared.
Alright, so as I said, this will be our final rite of the night. Our Liberation Rite, no requests from chat, just take your preferred teams here. Quamelin on the left representing the Dissonants, Quamelin on the right representing the Beyonders. This will be Quamelin's second Liberation Rite, the first in the case of Quamelin. Quamelin starts with an auto-passing Barker in the first spot. Then it's Speedy Jody with some extra starting Pyre life for Quamelin. Then tons of Pyre life from the Jody on Wamelon's side. Ninja Almer in the second spot for Quamelon.
Messenger.
And lastly for Wamelon, Web Lanthorn Messenger in. Then finally, it is Headwind for Quamelon, and here we go, our final run of the night, our Liberation Rite. Wamelon on the left representing the Dissidents against Quamelon on the right representing the Beyonders. Best of luck to you both.
dissidents' rivals. 'Twas dangerously close. Bye, Barker. Glory to the scribes. Now. The orb is up. Alas for Alma. Jodariel doused the adversary's flames. Ouch. That one almost got through. How sad that one there. Unfortunate for the dissidents. And there it is.
And there it is.
Their worth.
GG.
Outcome which left little room for doubt.
What a match.
Thus ends the liberation rite.
A true battle of the melons. Well played, you two. Thank you, everybody, who participated in the rites today. That was, of course, our liberation rite, our final rite of the night, the Melon Supreme. Oh, well played. Well played. Well, I am going to duck out of Discord, but I will see you guys next week. All right, and let us free these two from the prison of Steam Remote Play. And let me just throw this screen on right here, because as I said, that was our final rite of the night, our liberation rite. Thank you, everybody who participated in the rites today, and thank you, everybody who gave us the request today in chat as well. This was, of course, Pyre Community Rite Night, and if you're interested in getting more involved in multiplayer Pyre, then the best way to do so is by joining the Rite Club Discord server, which you can do by clicking on... Did I spell that right? There. That link right there. That's the place where we coordinate all this stuff. My name is Lids. I'm hosting these Rite Nights, and our streaming schedule actually is going to be slightly different this week because I'm going to be out of town for a little bit. So actually tomorrow we'll be doing a Gwent Rogue Mage stream, which usually that's our Fridays game, but I'll be out of town this Friday. Then Saturdays is Gwent, or not Gwent. Saturdays is Mass Effect 3 multiplayer. Sundays is, of course, Rite Night. Then on YouTube, Vids there as well, posting the VODs for all those streams, so if you missed anything, you can catch it there as well. In addition to that, posting some Gwent videos, the Witcher-themed card games, new events for that coming out every week, including a new event that we've never seen before with an alternate rule set this upcoming week, so looking forward to that. Also some Thronebreaker, the Gwent campaign, and some Transistor, of course, the previous well, 2 games previous from Supergiant, or 1 before Pyre. Just the last 1 or 2 episodes of that coming very close to the end for our Transistor playthrough. And I think that's about it. But of course, if you haven't done so yet already, you can also hit the follow button to get a notification for when I'm live. Also follow me on Twitter at Vids. I post everyone live as well. But actually, the best place to stay up to date on all things Lids is by joining my own Discord server, which you can do by clicking on that link right there. That's going to be it for me for tonight. So thank you all for watching. Hope you enjoyed the stream. And I'll catch you next time.